Welcome to February and the first Sunday in Black History Month. I am Latrice Carter, and I am here to bring inspiration, hope, encouragement, and joy to start your week off. In honor of Black History Month, I want to ask you three questions for you to consider discussing with your kids, your friends, or other family members. Who is your favorite African American in Black history? How do they inspire you today? What mark will you leave for our history? Last night, my daughter and I watched the movie Harriet, and we learned so much more about her than what was taught to us both in school. Now, we're two generations, and the story hasn't changed that's being taught in school. Now, Harriet was truly a soldier and a hero. She was determined to lead slaves to freedom. She earned the nickname Moses. Wow, that's that's amazing, right? We absolutely did love this movie. It started a in-depth conversation between us, which was really good. You should not just be going to the movies to see the movies. You should be able to have a conversation. What did this movie? Um, what thoughts did it provoke? Did you know these facts about her? Um, which was good, and I really really enjoyed it. So she is just one of my many favorite African American history makers. I do have others like Madam C.J. Walker, Oprah Winfrey, Ida B. Wells, Michelle Obama, and so many, many more history makers um, that have inspired and empowered me. Um, how do they inspire you today? Was the second question that I asked earlier, and these women inspired and empowered me today to go after what I dare to dream the impossible. They inspire and empower me in other ways. They inspire me that I can overcome anything that is thrown at me in this life. And I am a soldier in this journey called life. So I can take on anything. These women inspire me to want to help others. These women inspire me to want to help other women find their purpose, their voice, help them find resources to build their dreams, to other resources to help them financially, emotionally, mentally. Um, these women, through their journey, have shown us all, not just me, but they've shown us that we are so much stronger than what we think we are. We can do the impossible with God by our side. I do want to leave my mark in history by making sure my testimony, my story, can be heard and seen by other breast cancer survivors like myself. I want to inspire them. I want to empower them. I want to give them hope that they will get through their treatments. I want to give them hope and motivation and encouragement that the battle is not over. God has the last say so. And that is something that is important to me. I want to leave an empire. Um, I want to build an empire, not just leave an empire, but build an empire, a business that I can pass down to my children and grandchildren and so forth, so that they can learn what leaving a legacy is. So leaving my mark in history, in Black history, um, will be beneficial. Also, leaving knowledge. Leaving knowledge is powerful, especially for the generations to come. It will be beneficial to them, transforming their lives. I've learned that you can't take the how to's and the different guides with you when you're called home to glory. So why not leave it right here so that you can pass that knowledge down and teach it to the masses and transform lives? That's the mark on our history that I want to leave personally. Um, this week's inspirational message is sponsored by Sisters Creative Media. Y'all know every week I start my Sunday inspiration with a scripture quote, and this week's scripture quote is from the book of Psalms 84:11. For the God is a sun and shield. The Lord will give grace and glory. No good will he withhold from them that walk uprightly. Let's think about this. So, I've been thinking, this last weekend was devastating. We all saw it. We all watched it on the news. 9 innocent lives was taken too soon. And what I've been reflecting and thinking about, life is not promised to us. And saying that to say this, it's time to forgive your friends, family members, siblings, and parents for any wronging or that they may have done to you. It's time to forgive and restore those broken relationships. And it's also time to let go of the past and let go of the pain and just give it to God. Ask God to restore you and those relationships. And now, restore the relationships that He meant for you to have. The relationship with your siblings, your mother, your father. Important relationships that are beneficial to you. And also, just thinking about everything that's happened. Do you tell your loved ones that you love them every day? When you walk out of that house, do they know that you love them? If they don't, start telling your loved ones, I love you. Them 3 words, I love you. Tell them, treasure the gift of life, because life can be taken at any given moment. Value the relationship. Start by giving yourself permission to forgive you, forgive others. Forgiveness is a blessing. Forgiveness will be a blessing when you forgive others. Yeah, that's what I want you to take away with this week. I want you to sit back and just tell your loved one you love them. Forgive those who have hurt you. And let go of the past and let that pain go. You will thank me. Trust me, you will. And in closing, to close out, let's celebrate Black History 365 days a year. Let's have more conversations about our history with our family and friends. Let's write our Black history and not allow others to tell us what our black history is. We have some unwritten stories that have not been told, some unwritten history. Don't you think it's time that our children and our children's children know our true history? I do. So, all month long, I will be talking about an important history maker in the African American legacy that's not in our history books. So get ready. We're going to do some homework. But I want to do this because I want you to be able to be inspired, to be encouraged, to be informed, and to be motivated. Yeah. So also, let's take away of um, let go of the past and the pain. Forgiveness will be a blessing to your life. And tell someone that you love them. Life is short, and you never want to be in that position where you feel like, wow, I didn't tell them how I really felt when they're called home to glory. You never want to be in that position where, wow, I never told her that I loved her. I never told her that I'm sorry. Say it now. You know, don't hold grudges. Don't hold on to the past. Let it go. Give it to God. Forgiveness will be a blessing. Forgiveness is for you. It's not so much for the other person. It's for you. So take away this week and know that forgiveness is key. Telling your loved ones that you love them and writing our history. Those are the best things that you can do in life. Make sure you guys leave your comments on this week's podcast. Until next week, be blessed, be strong, be encouraged. Know that you are loved and that you are a gift. You are a treasure. Thank you for listening to Sunday Inspiration on Sister's Place with me, Latrice Carter. Until next week.